Um,
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Analysts After Work, the next episode of Analysts After Work, the April Fool's Day edition. Coming off the somewhat more emotional 1-year anniversary show, which I thought was really, really cool. But I'm super excited to have two amazing returning guests today. Danelkis, Serra, Judy Alter. Welcome to Analysts After Work.
Hello, everybody.
All right, so I'm scared. I'm legitimately scared because we're gonna do. First of all, wait, hold on. I'm not sticking to my format. Danelkis, you're at the top.
Sir.
What are we bringing to the party today?
So I am still stuck in March. I refuse to believe it's April already.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my little Jameson with me today.
Nice.
So cheers.
Well, we'll do cheers in a second. Judy, same question.
I have got a Michelob Ultra.
Okay, cool. I actually other than the Aperol incident, I actually went out and bought some new stuff this week.
Yay!
And I forgot to get it, and it's now in my cellar. So still Basil Hayden's Kentucky bourbon. It's still delightful.
I'm happy that the Aperol's gone.
Oh,
that looked nasty.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so now for the reason that I'm scared. We build this one as, you know, something special for April Fool's Day. We were going to play Never Have I Ever, and we're going to, and it's going to be professional. Nothing untoward. Judy, I'm watching you here. But you know, I think what we're going to do is we're going to open it up to the folks that have joined us live. So I see Dave's here, AJ, Amy, Rachel, Dina, Mufaro, Kat from Austin. What up? Christiane from Belgium. What's up? Haven't talked to you in a bit. You guys are all here, and I want to give you control of the show. This is again why I'm scared.
So that's scarier.
Yeah.
I want to give Mohammed from Egypt. I want to give you guys control of the show. We're going to keep it professional, but if you've got a Never Have I Ever, put it in the chat and we're going to throw it up. But I'm going to start. I think somewhat tame. I'm going to start somewhat tame. And by the way, this is for the purposes of conversation. So normally, when you play this game, if you have done the thing, you have to take a shot, right? We're not going to do that. But we're going to but we're just going to talk.
Okay.
So we're going to start pretty tame, and I think this is probably one we've all done at some point. Never have I ever screamed at a stakeholder.
Oh.
Define screamed.
I mean, raise your voice. Raise your voice in a way. Jeez.
In an unprofessional,
in an extremely unprofessional, like just yelled, like berated. I don't know. Swore
I am
at.
guilty.
Yeah, I think we all have, right?
I am guilty.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so some stories. Come on. Who's up first? Look, and I beat her to the punch. There we go. So Kat, you got to get the next one in. Get those ideas in. Danelkis, let's hear about it.
I think the worst of the situations was a person that I worked with for 6 months that was in a different country. We had never had video cameras on. We had been on tons of calls, but not video. And that person thought I was a man for some reason. after 6 months of working on a perfect project, like as perfect as a project gets. Like, it was a great team, great dynamics. We were hitting all of our milestones. And then he came to our office and went, "Oh, I'm looking for Danelkis." And I'm like, "Hi." And he just went, "Oh, you're Danelkis?" And then all of a sudden asked for me to be off the project.
Wait, what?
And yeah. And it was an amazing, again, and we had a huge blowout because apparently he could not accept that a woman had gotten to the level that the project had gotten, and no longer wanted to work with me.
So it was like this was like a culture, just a clash of cultures.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you let him have it then.
It got ugly.
Okay. So what'd you say? Okay. So you know what? I'm immediately not regretting this. What'd you say?
Well, no, it was facts. We kind of started with the facts. We've done this, we've done that. This is where the project's gone, and he just kept saying absolutely not. He did not want to work with me. It ended up going to HR. It really did get out of hand, and that was because I was livid and I got in his face. What did I say? I don't know, because the Latina kicked in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you just you get the bloodlust and like, okay, okay, respect. I'll give you that one. All right.
It was
wow. I don't even want to tell my story now. That's way better. That's way better than mine. Wow. Judy, what's up?
Well, the one that sticks out in my mind is when we were building a user interface to the life insurance system, which was a
sorry, no, Dave's comment.
A very
I'm gonna take out the part about I'm not kidding. All right, I'm kidding. So that everyone hates Dave.
And they gave me these subject matter experts. It was like pulling teeth getting any resources from the underwriting area, because production, blah, blah, blah. And I worked with the same stakeholders for decades. So, it wasn't like we didn't know each other. It was just they either hated me or they loved me. It just depended on the week and how many times I said yes or, etc. So I knew all these people. We all grew old together. Okay. But they kept giving me different answers, and I asked them when we did this demo. We were very close to install, and so we did this demo, and I had asked them like 4 times on this one thing. Very simple. Do you need a drop down for this product? Oh no, we don't do the same thing as the other product. We just need one option. Okay. And so they did the demo, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye that these 4 were kind of quietly approaching me, and they
stalking you like velociraptors.
Yes, trying to not gain the attention of my team, And they said, we kind of forgot some things. We didn't need the same options as the other, And this was a project it was a multi-million-dollar project. It saved the company money, but it took 4 years and we were way over budget by the time we were done. But, I got it in and it was, okay. But I just was like, what? Why did you do that? But that really wasn't the only time I yelled at a stakeholder. But
do you remember what you said to them?
I looked at him and I said, how many times did I ask you that?
Oh, but no profanity?
No profanity.
That's not unprofessional.
We had a strong HR. I was retired back then, But,
fair enough.
But I just asked him. I threatened. I go, Deborah was our PM at the time. She had a stronger personality, and I said, "You want me to get Deborah over here?" No. Can you just tell her after we leave?
Oh, you dropped that. You dropped the Deborah bomb.
Yes.
Nice.
And so,
name dropping can be very effective.
And, but I did yell quite a bit on the last project I worked on, but it was at management. So,
but probably at that point you knew that you were probably on your way out, and it's like whatever. I have zero F's left to give.
Oh yeah.
Peace.
Yep.
Awesome.
All
All right.
Vince, I'm sure you left bombed. What was yours?
No. I'm just the host. I'm the facilitator of this discussion.
Not fair.
Besides that, so I mean, again, by turning this over to the crowd and crowdsourcing this, it seems to be working. So we've got a few. So Kat, never have I ever been brought to tears in a meeting. Nope. I have not.
Me either.
I have not.
She cries if we're just talking, so.
I have not.
Judy used to cry every week.
Yeah, but like, is it the friend crying, or is it the coworker crying?
I am
You know what I mean?
crier.
Okay.
I just cry. Whether it's good news, bad news, or indifferent, I'm an emotional person that just cries. Out of if I'm pissed off, if I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah.
I'm a crier.
I only cry if I get just extremely mad. I mean, and I haven't been that mad in years. It just the vein starts going up on my neck, and that's when people should just get me out of the room, because I will scream and I do cry. But I've never even cried at a funeral in my whole life, so very unemotional.
I find I try to be like super stoic and maintain, and this is like in social situations, in professional, like funerals, all you try to be like, no, I'm gonna be okay, and then you just hit a point where it's like and then the ugly cries come out, and like then there's no stopping it. So so Steve is countering this one, our boy Steve Jones. Or brought others to tears.
Oh, too many times to count.
Yeah, guilty as well.
Yep.
You probably get that.
I'm not, and those stories I'm not going to share.
Yeah.
But yep. Okay. Dina. And by the way, I'm not really reading these until they come up on the screen. So if I see never have I ever, it's coming up. Okay. Never have I ever forgot to turn on my mute while my family made an unprofessional statement. This is very like contextual to COVID. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I'm good here.
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I don't remember that, because if I close the door, he usually doesn't come in. So,
I mean, I have the benefit that I usually live by myself. I do have a roommate right now. My cousin's here, but he knows better than to even speak.
All right. Here. Okay. Here we go. The crowd is going now. Never have I ever been caught doing an eye roll in a meeting.
Wow.
I don't know. I might be guilty, but I don't know if I got caught. They haven't told me.
Well, you don't have a poker face. So.
I don't have a poker face at all.
Nope.
So I'm feeling I might have gotten caught.
I don't think ever rolling my eyes. I don't think so.
I've done like that GIF of like James Harden from where he does the and he walks away, like to that level. Like, and speaking of poker face, like, and my colleagues have told me this, and they're like, we always know exactly what you're thinking because your reactions are classic. Which is because like somebody will say something and I'll just go like, I'll do like one of these. Huh? And very visible. So the fact that we're all distributed right now has been super helpful because I can just do this.
I was just gonna say,
and then I just put the little slider over, and then I can just like. So what you're not seeing is this.
I am guilty of turning off my camera because I know I cannot poker face.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
for sure. Or actually, you know what I have done? I have a water jug that's right next to my desk, and most of my coworkers know that, or a lot of people that are in meetings with me know that. So when the situation might get into that point, I get water. and I kind of just do this, so my face is off camera.
Oh, AJ, I almost did this one. I almost did this one where I went, oh my God, what is this nonsense? Am I on mute? Yes. Oh, good, I am. So, like, yeah, I almost did this one. Okay. All right, Dave. Dave, back with the never have I ever written a joke into the requirements to see who actually reads them.
Guilty.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually planned a happy hour in my requirements document.
Oh, cool. Explain.
So I was on a project, one of the last waterfall projects I was on, 67-page document that I needed to get sign off on. And somewhere in there, midpoint, page 40-ish or something, was an invitation to, like Friday happy hour at 3:00, all expense paid, but don't say anything that you read this.
Right.
And we had 7 people show up out of 20-something that were supposedly reviewing the document.
Right. Which is it's the Van Halen move, right? Like everyone, that whole like we want a bowl of M&Ms but no green ones, and everyone thought they were just being divas, but what they were actually doing was ensuring that the contract got read. Because if you read and saw that, so they were like, they knew within seconds of walking into their dressing room whether the contract and all the riders had been read if they saw green M&Ms, which
exactly.
I think is brilliant.
It kind of goes back to that high school exam. I don't know if you guys ever sat through it, that your professor said, if you read the instructions, just put your name and pretend you're taking the exam and you'll get an A.
No.
Did you guys ever? No? Oh, no. I had a history teacher that did that. Just put your name on the test and pretend you're taking it.
No.
Or another professor said, answer A on everything and you will get a passing grade. It was all about following instructions.
Well, this is certainly a condemnation of the American school system, but whatever. It's all good. It's fine. I don't know if this counts as a joke, but it was. I thought it was funny. So this is in like 2011. So we're really going back. We're going way back to the old school here. I was working on a big sort of transformation program, doing a number of cost-benefit analyses. Like I got up to the point where it was I had like 36 different scenarios of, if this happens, then these are the benefits we can expect. If we do this, these are the benefits that we expect. And then I created one that I thought was hilarious, which was I called it the Mayans were right scenario, which was, we achieved the benefits in 2011 and then 2012 and beyond was just zeros. And and managed to include it in the appendix of the deck, and it's the Mayans were right scenarios, and had to. So then I know that the stakeholder read it, that the sponsor read it, because they were like, "What is this?" I'm like, "I was just being a jerk,"
and you read it,
and it meant that they read it. But it was like, it was funny because I still built the tables so that they did all the calculations, and then I just zeroed out everything else. It was for me.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so let's thank you, Dave, for that one. That was a good one. Dina. Dina's bringing some heat today. Never have I ever bribed a stakeholder or SME with don't. First of all, where do you stand on the SME versus SHME conversation? Is it SHME, or maybe that's just a Canadian thing?
I really hate the word, period.
It's a stupid word, but like, what? Okay, you know what? Let's keep moving. Have you ever bribed a stakeholder with donuts or cookies? No.
Not
I haven't.
donuts and cookies. I bribed them with chocolate.
Yeah, so
and
I mean, let's open this up then. Like, have you ever bribed a stakeholder?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I had a drawer. This was in my earlier years, I had my desk had like the regular file drawers, like the little drawers, and then the big file drawer at the bottom. The bottom file drawer had files in it, like the file folders, the hanging file folders, and it literally said like Robert, and then it had like Hershey's dark chocolate kisses, and then it said like each of, and it was usually developers. I had a file folder for each of my developers with their favorite snack, or most of it was chocolate. And then I would just grab a handful, depending how big of a favor I needed. I mean, there was times I walked upstairs with the whole bag. It was like,
oh, wow.
But then they also knew to come downstairs and, you know, grab chocolate whenever they needed to pick me up. But yeah, totally them.
Oh, yeah.
It builds relationships, is what it is.
That's what this is team building. That's what it is. Yeah, respect.
Yeah. A couple times they bribed us, though, you know.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's a business versus tech. Not to make it an IT thing, but like I've always been on the business side, and so I've not bribed anybody, but I've had to appeal and really negotiate. You know what? No, I guess. No, I've bribed. Yeah, I've bribed with coffee. No, I've bribed. No, I've bribed with coffee. Yeah. Yeah, you take them out for coffee. Yeah, I have.
Yep.
I have. Yeah, it's just not cookies or donuts. It was coffee. But yeah, I have. Yeah. All right. Fabricio from Brazil. Brazil in the house. Never have I ever participated in a professional video with no pen.
Absolutely.
I have not. I mean, unless you're like shorts. Like I've worn shorts.
I'm always in shorts. I've never been inappropriate.
Yeah.
No, I wear shorts all the time. So.
Okay, so nobody. We're all
30
good here.
degrees Fahrenheit and above. I'm in shorts. So.
Yeah, I'm always in shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw. I mean, you know, obviously we're all in different parts of the continent. This wouldn't have been surprising in, you know, South Florida.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of March, I saw my first shorts guy.
Oh.
And the shorts guy is just the guy who wears shorts way too early.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like March the 7th. And, you know, it was starting to get warm here in Toronto. And there was a guy, I was driving back from somewhere, and I'm like, hey, shorts guy. There was a guy wearing shorts.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, too early, my friend. But you know what? We all admire the shorts guy, because he's like, you know, what a brave gentleman. Shorts guy.
Indifferent. Sorry, we would do the opposite. We'd be like, oh, the guy, the parka guy.
That guy's wearing pants. It's April. What's he wearing pants for? Yeah. No, we the short. It's like the groundhog coming out to see his shadow. It's the shorts guy. Oh, shorts guy. All right, it's okay now. I can wear shorts. It's still too.
The hardcores wear the flip flops in the winter. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a limit, right? Like you're in Nebraska, they get snow.
Yeah, but the hardcores, they do that. I don't wear flip flops because I tend to fall off of the flip flop, so I don't need any help falling anywhere.
Right.
That's all I wear.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, and now I'm gonna check every time Fabricio's on the show. I'm gonna make sure that he's wearing pants. Because I'm a little concerned there. You know, geez, it seems we've struck a nerve here. January is you know what, Rachel? I sincerely doubt that. I'm sure, like, Wisconsin is north of where I am. It's cold in January, so if you have people wearing shorts in January out there, I don't even know. I just wanted to put this up. I don't even know what to make of this.
Oh.
Okay, that's a Brazilian thing.
Yeah, very much a. Yeah.
I think Brazilians love their Speedos and their G-string swimsuits.
Right.
So Fabricio needs to wear his to the next.
No.
No?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm I'm okay if he just wants to be clothed normally. I'm good with that.
I was just gonna say I love Fabrizio being fully dressed.
I mean, he's a lovely gentleman. I've enjoyed our many conversations and getting to know him since Danelkis you introduced us. Thank you. It has been one of the delights of the pandemic for me. And yet, Fabrizio, I know you're here. Please keep your clothes on when we are engaged in conversation. I like you. Not that
want
much.
to continue that way.
Yeah, All right. Okay, we've got a new one here. Never have I ever sent a sign off with, "Oh, this is a gangster move, Steve. This is a gangster move." I love this one. I finished, but
I reported it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've always sent stuff like that.
Yeah. I did it today. I did it today.
Sometimes
Like,
you just gotta do it.
Yeah. No, it's funny. So I'm. This is going to be shameless plug time. You guys know, and you're both involved in actually Serendipity, which is coming out. So I had to send out some follow-ups today, which Danelkis you owe me for, and I just haven't gotten to you yet. Judy, I think you're good. I think we're good.
What's this whole serendipity thing?
Oh, you haven't heard about Serendipity?
No, can you enlighten us?
It is a festival of just cool things hosted by myself and my dear friend Adrian Reed. It is July the 15th. It is free to attend, and the agenda will be out next week. It is incredible. It's the kind of conference, and we were talking about it today, that we look at. It's like, dude, I would totally attend this conference if I wasn't planning it. So it's like it's exciting. Cool. Visit serendipityfest.com. But anyways, so I don't know what I was. Oh, so I'm sending out follow-ups, and it's like, you haven't submitted your session title. Here's what I think it should be. If you agree, let me know. If you want to make changes, let me know. The agenda's going out next week. So I did this today. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's the only way you can get things done.
Yeah.
And it forces action. Because if I just say to you, here's a document, what do you think? Then there's no urgency. So yeah, I did this today, Steve.
Yeah.
All right. I also don't want Dave in a Speedo. And
he's going to be comfortable.
I am scared because I'm talking to Fabrizio on Tuesday, and
Vince, did you know that Fabrizio knows Spanish?
I did. We've talked about this. Yeah. No, not you and I. Him and I, because because I habla un poquito español.
Well, un poquito turned into a full hour-and-a-half presentation for our Peru chapter.
He's a gangster. What can I say?
He totally is a gangster.
He's a gangster. Like, just a very, what? A lovely gentleman to have met. I'm again,
agreed.
One of the high points for me during the pandemic. So yeah. But again, I like you, my friend. Please don't be that comfortable. Okay. All right. Never have I ever laughed at a suggestion in a retro or post-mortem.
Oh, totally have laughed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we need to go into any more detail on this one. Like, just yes.
Are you kidding?
You know what I find funny about the like the retro and it's always done at the end of the project, right? Obviously, retrospective.
Mm-hmm.
But it's post delivery, and if the project was delivered well, everybody's in a good mood. And it's almost like, I hated working with Jim, but you know what? Do I really want to rock the boat? Nah, I'm just gonna stay quiet. I'm not gonna say anything. Like, so you actually don't get out of it what you should.
Well, depends.
Yeah.
I've done retros at the end of just an iteration. I've done it where I don't wait to the end of the project itself. But if we have 2-week iterations, I've gone ahead usually when I want to rock the boat because someone or something is out of line.
But those are different, right? Like that's at the end of a sprint. Typically the projects I've worked. Yeah. See, there I think it's useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's one that we did them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Rachel, you know what? I've had this conversation because I don't know if Danelkis, I don't know if you remember, like at the beginning of the pandemic, I did a webinar for IABA, and I'm just saying, like, and by the way, I should get booked for another one. Just saying, but do you remember the conversation we had where I was feeling guilty?
Yes, I do.
Of like, I have this new course. It feels really salesy to like put a code and then I showed it to you and you're like, where's the sales? You know what I mean?
You totally did not.
Yeah. I didn't, right?
It's who you are, but it's who you are. So, and the conversation ended with, great, you do your thing and I'll sales plug you.
Right. Which I loved. The conversation. So I've since, I'm still not comfortable with it. I'm still not comfortable with the shameless plugs. But the convo that I've had with several folks that do this and do this in other spaces is like, if you're promoting something that you don't believe in or that you're just doing for money, then yeah, it's shameless. But if you actually believe in, the value that you're offering, then you're actually trying to help other people. So that's sort of how I sort of reconcile. Yeah, it feels a little bit shameless sometimes, but
I have a difficult time. I'll promote our chapter events on LinkedIn or wherever, whenever I can. I'm still trying to get used to the whole social media stuff, but I have a really hard time promoting it if I'm speaking.
Right.
And I'm not selling anything, but it's just kind of playing in the shadows or.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
But Judy's
I made her beg for months for me to do a webinar.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, hey, I'll hook you up. But there are a few people that I actually will do that for. So, like, for example, I'll give an example because I think we sort of alluded to this last week in the anniversary show with Tamara when she popped in. Like, I'm happy. I'll do whatever. Like, she wants me to do a webinar. Yep, I'll do it. No problem. The fact that she sent me barbecue sauces, bonus. Yeah. Like, bonus.
So back to that bribery.
Yeah. Oh, I can be bribed, but it's like, I there are things that I do, and it's like I won't do it unless there's something in it for me, and then there's other things. It's just like, yeah, I'll do it. So, if Danelkis, you're one of the few people that I'm on a hug hello basis with.
Yay!
So like, if you said to me tomorrow, hey, do you want to do a webinar next week? I would say, yep. Like, I don't have to think about it.
Awesome, because I have some things in mind.
Okay, we'll talk. I'm sort of now that I'm a little tied up between now.
Right?
No. You know what? It's good because it'll allow me to shamelessly plug Serendipity in advance, right? Which is yeah. Anyways, all right, we've got some more here. And again, I'm not reading I've read this one now, and I probably will regret it. Never have I ever had a sidebar text with my friend about Fabrizio in a Speedo.
There we go.
All right, so if I wasn't on the air, I probably would have already done that.
Listen, okay. I have shared his videos with the people in my office. They love him.
Yes.
They love him. You know, and that's cool. He's a good looking dude. I just don't want him in a Speedo on my show. That's all. That's all. Like, I don't think I'm asking a lot.
That sounds like a challenge. I think Fabrizio now needs to show up in your show.
No. Okay. We have given the Brazilian BA way too much promo on this show, and I just want to see if he's still in my. No, I took care. But if you want to know more about Fabrizio, go to thebrazilianba.com and you can read all about him there. That we will say nothing more on this matter. Okay. Here's one. Steve is coming in hot here. Never have I ever deleted a rejection to claim it was approved for non-response. Yep.
I haven't done that.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't done that either.
Yeah.
I guess I've done some other things.
All right. Just me. I'm the only horrible person then. All right.
No, I've had
never have I ever imagined.
Dave Schaefer.
Okay. Yeah. Again, Dave, awesome dude. Love Dave. No Speedo, please, my friend.
No. Haven't imagined.
Okay. Okay. So this is what I was actually afraid of, because I think this has devolved into something that it wasn't. That it wasn't intended to be. Never have I ever made a shameless request to be a speaker at another conference. I mean, if you're referring, Steve, to what I just did, there was nothing shameless about that. That was just I was trying to help a friend. So if you're going to take it there, Steve, I think that says more about you than it does about me. Steve Jones. All right. Yes, Dave. I know, man. I'm trying. This show should be called Analysts Hammered After Work, based on the chat. We've had one each.
I was good. Well, I'm on 2, but I'm not hammered.
Okay.
Not even through 1, you know.
Okay, and
yay! See, the plugs work.
See, but again, it's not like it's free, so it's not like I get anything for that. I just want the world to be there. That's it.
Serendipitous.
It's serendipitous. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Has Danelkis told you about the IIBA event in Pakistan? No, I wasn't invited. Although,
because Danelkis doesn't usually talk about when she's speaking.
Oh my God, that's been all over my timeline every day.
But we do.
So we do have Pakistan chapter.
Yeah. So what? Let's promote IIBA for a second. Go ahead.
I am happy to announce that we have a Pakistan chapter.
Oh, you're on mute. Oh, you muted her. Yeah.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know sign language.
She posted one from like 5 years ago. Thank you.
So yeah, I did. I saw on LinkedIn that there is a newly minted chapter in Pakistan, and that you were speaking out there. So that's 2, like Peru and Pakistan. 2.
Oh,
you're just going alphabetical, or
No. Peru's been around. They just did their conference last week.
Oh, okay.
But recently, we actually had quite a few. We have a Hamilton, Canada chapter as well that just got.
Really?
Yes, really.
That's not far from me.
Bangladesh.
You should visit them once we visit them.
Maybe I should.
Maybe you should be a guest speaker for them.
I mean, if they ask, I once drove to Kitchener to do a talk in
I
like
don't know.
the beginning of December. Kitchener. So to get to Hamilton, you need to sort of go west and then down. If you just continue west the same amount, you get to Kitchener. So
Okay. Well, I could arrange that.
hey, well, you know what? Let them find me. I'm trying to keep space unsuccessfully for things. But I mean, if they asked, I would probably go, or do something virtual at this point. I don't know where this is coming from. Like, guys, we are not hammered. Like,
Nope.
is this what this show has become? The one thing I was very conscious of when I started this was I didn't want it to become a joke. If it's becoming a joke, Dina and group,
today,
I think this is the final episode.
It's just fun.
I know.
No, today's special.
I know,
Come
April
on.
Fools. And we have it in writing.
And it's recorded.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We still don't know the day, though.
All right, so now Dina's picking on me. Never have I ever worn a berry sweatshirt in a video conference. First of all, the color was called Power Berry.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, yeah.
You know, I'm going to have to go shopping soon.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, welcome, Pakistan. Woo!
Yeah.
Talk about all right, we're getting the hookups in the chat for IIBA Hamilton. Well, I mean, Hamilton, you know where to find me. The people in the chat are hammered. Yes, Dave. I think that's probably
not the people on the show.
Probably more.
Which is scary if the people in the chat are the ones that are asking the questions.
This
Yeah, I know.
Cat, come on. No,
Ooh.
not at all. All right. Well, while we wait for some more of those never have I evers to come in, how the hell have you been, Judy? How have you been?
Busy, extremely busy. So, someone named Danelkis keeps me hopping.
Oh, I see.
That's part of it.
Okay.
Guilty.
Then there's I've been speaking quite a bit.
I've seen that.
Presentations. I've been chased by people who want me to talk about AI and robots and all that stuff. That would not be good. That would not end
I would
well.
say because that's totally your specialty.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah, maybe I could play with a robot, but you know. And then I've been writing the packages that I'm going to sell for my business, getting ever closer to releasing it.
Excellent. What does that mean, writing the packages? What does that mean?
Well, you know, I kind of have 4 or 5 things, I guess, going on. Could be why I'm busy.
Okay.
There's IIBA life, and then there's speaking. And
Yeah.
sometimes I speak on behalf of IIBA, sometimes I speak as the optimistic BA. So, you know, I have to be very conscious of what I'm doing when. I also teach business analysis for Your Clear Next Step, which is a training company outside of Des Moines. So I kind of am rewriting what I did for them last year. And then in my own business, I have fully intended to sell training packages. And so
Gotcha.
I have been creating them. And whenever I don't really want to do something, I have gotten to where I kind of drag it out a little. I never used to be like that. Used to be organized, but you know, but now I'm really going along, and I'm going to be announcing pretty soon. You can say you heard it here first. That no, it's nothing horrible. I'm not going to show up in a Speedo Vans, okay?
No, please, no, don't do that either. But
no, on all seriousness, I'm going to start what I'm calling, I don't know exactly what we're going to call it, but like Mentoring Mondays. I'm going to get on the air and just, you know, talk for 5 minutes about something and then see who shows up and how they can talk. You know.
Hold on. You're going to do this show earlier than me?
No.
Where's that boot button?
No. No, but it's I haven't decided the actual format, but I'm actually going to start April 26th.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's good. You know what? Like I've been encouraging people. Like this is not hard.
Yeah.
Like it's probably harder than it looks, but it's not hard. Like anybody can do it. It's just where I think people fall down. So this will be my advice to you, Judy. Your first show, your first Monday mentoring will not be good.
No, I know it won't.
But you need to do that first one so that the 20th one is good. Right? Yeah. And it's that consistency that is really important, because I mean anybody can start a show and then, and then it's just, oh, that wasn't good, I'm not doing that ever again. But you need to go through that pain and that practice. And
my graphic designers, the website team I have, are very good, and they care more about how stuff looks and things like that. So we had like about a half hour today, shortly before this show, on moving my camera around and doing this, and the glasses. I have to start living the optimistic BA. So
yeah, that's cool. And you've got help, so that's you got cool. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, I got a whole team. They've hired like 10 people since I came on board.
Jeez.
I know.
And here I am doing all my own stuff like a sucker.
I've got them fooled. I've got them fooled because they love me. So. Yeah.
My God. Okay, Danelkis, we're gonna. What's that? No, I don't. My team is me. Like, that's why I'm exhausted all the time. It's like, oh, you haven't posted anything on social. Well, because I'm the one doing it. Like,
yeah.
Danelkis, we're gonna check in with you, but we got a couple more Never Have I Evers, and I want to keep the people happy.
Yeah,
never new to the show, Jeremy. Never have ever been hammered in an important meeting. Not a meeting.
Fine hammered.
But a very important football match. For the rest of you, soccer.
Sounds like you lost money.
It was. I was playing in the final in with the team that I was with at the time, and the final was the day after my birthday.
Yeah, not good.
And and I remember showing up to the game like extremely dehydrated. I picked up the bucket of water that was for the team, and I drank the whole thing, and then just walked away. And so when the rest of the guys were like, "Hey, where'd the water go?" I was like, "I don't know." So, not in a meeting though. I am professional.
I am guilty of hanging out at happy hour with coworkers, including my boss at the time, and then going straight back into the office the next morning.
Right. Okay. So not hammered, but hungover.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I had to find hammered. And, we were somewhat coherent.
I think you're.
Half of us in that meeting were in the same state. So.
Right. Team building.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It was team building.
Back in the 1980s. Oh, I don't get to answer, huh?
No, sorry. I'm Go ahead.
Back in the 1980s, there were 3 of us that got promoted, and so they had a food day and a cake and everything. And there used to be this bar right across the street from Mutual of Omaha. It was called the Chicago Bar, and it was awesome. Anyway, there was the 3 of us who got promoted went over there to lunch. Okay. And I said, "Oh, well, let me see a menu." And they go, "You're not going to need a menu." And I go, "Why? We're not eating lunch." I was like, "Oh,
liquid lunch."
Yes. Oh my God! I think I had 8 pieces of cake that afternoon. I was so hungry.
Nice. So I made a face again to the earlier comment of like poker face. I have none. I went, The Chicago Bar. In Omaha.
Yeah.
Different states, right?
Yep.
Anyways, okay. Yeah. I'm the only one that finds that funny. Okay, next. Never have I ever hit mute for 3 seconds to perform a bodily function.
I I haven't bothered to hit
I
mute.
sneeze and cough all the time.
Yeah, I haven't bothered to hit mute.
I mean, I think I did it in this show. Even I was like coughing, and I went. Nobody needs to hear that. So
Yeah, if it's
all right.
Yeah, I have hit.
Yeah, I mean, okay. All right, here we go. I've lost track here. Here we go, Dave. Oh, I like this one. Never have I ever allowed a project to fail.
Allowed a project to fail. So like you purposely make it fail? I've shut down a project.
I mean, I've never sabotaged a project, but I've seen the trajectory and just allowed it to happen.
No, I can't stay quiet. I've shut down projects.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
That's different, right? Like, you know what? Is it though?
When you say allowed a project to fail, that's kind of like sit back and stay quiet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is more passive.
Yeah, I'm not passive.
Yeah, okay. All right.
No, definitely not passive.
Okay. Never have I ever called someone out for using a restroom on a conference call. I've not done this, actually.
I have not.
I've not done this. Yeah.
Okay. Great. I'm glad I haven't.
Yeah, that seems kind of mean.
Excuse me. How would you even nicely do that? I'm sorry, we heard you pooping.
Yeah, I mean that seems cruel. Anyways, never have ever gotten drink tickets from Amy.
Never gotten drink tickets from Amy. I have totally gotten drink tickets from Amy.
I think everybody has.
I never have, so I haven't been anywhere to get drink tickets.
Oh, then that's the limiting factor then.
Yeah.
I don't like you get the free drink ticket, but then Amy, she's Amy. And then you just end up giving them away to other people.
Oh no, I
do. Like I think it was in Orlando actually. Amy gave me, it was Orlando 2019. So she gave me like 4 drink tickets plus the one I had, and I ended up just giving them to people because then there's the famous Hans after party in Orlando. So it was like, well, I don't need these at all, but thank you, but I don't need them, but thank you. All right. So to have, Judy, you got to get in on that Project World train. It's like going to camp. It's delightful.
She's actually in this year.
Oh, okay, cool. For the virtual one or for the okay, cool.
They have applied for some others.
Okay. I am I'm all over that agenda. I'm just I try as much as possible to dominate other people's agendas.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, you know what it is? It's I think it boils down to FOMO. I have a fear of being forgotten. Now we're gonna get real here.
You are not going to be forgotten.
I don't. Yeah.
No, I mean I will eventually, but like I took a year off when my youngest kid was born, and it was like, man, I'm not going to speak for a year, and I hope people remember who I am, and it's like I have a fear of missing out. So, it's just it's an insecure. I can be insecure too.
No, that's humility.
Okay, fair. Okay, but yeah. So I don't try to dominate agendas, but I think I'm doing a session. The one that I did at BBC, I'm doing with my boy Mike on digital transformation. I am on a panel with my Uncommon League friends, and Analysts After Conference is happening. So, this is going to keep me.
I love that you're doing that everywhere.
Yeah.
It was, you know what? And doing it at the BA and Beyond conference was really cool because it was much shorter. So we didn't really get into, more people didn't get into conversation, but it was really cool to do. And I mean, we'll see. Maybe BBC.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
You know what?
Our Brussels community is pretty awesome. So I'm really happy that you do that.
They are awesome. I can't wait till the summer when I can start coming back to those Friday morning cafes. It's just impossible right now with getting the kids ready for school. But this is a massive question. Wow. Never have I ever worked on a project that impacted less than 5 million people in the last 7 years. Yeah, I mean,
5 million people is a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. But I mean, for me, the lot of the projects that I work on are I work for the province, so there's millions of people. When I think when you're doing government projects, everybody's a stakeholder. So all of my projects are for more than 5 million people.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow.
Prior to IIBA, actually, I've worked impacted. Project impacted. I worked for a cruise line, which definitely impacts more than 5 million people. And I also worked for Citrix, which definitely has more than 5 million people as well that are impacted. So I am.
Yeah.
Actually, NCL doesn't count because it was more than 7 years ago, but Citrix does.
Let's be a little flexible with the timeline. If it was 8 years ago, I think it's okay.
It's hard to say. I may have impacted that many people. I don't know.
All right. So now I have to be conscious of time. We have 3 minutes left. Let's get this last one and maybe one more in. Never have I ever used happy hour to get requirements from unavailable stakeholders.
I totally have.
Of course.
That is the best place to get the truth.
Yep.
Yep. We used to go to happy hour after every planning, and I mean every planning. But a lot of times the stakeholders didn't come. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. So maybe they were afraid. I don't know. Can't say I've ever done that. No.
All right. Last one. And we're back to Jeremy. Never have I ever said I can't make it to a meeting because I didn't want to speak to another participant in the meeting.
Oh, I am so guilty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There are some people that just need to be avoided. So, yep.
For the health of everyone.
Dave is proposing a speed round. I don't even know how that would work. But
so just yes, no answers without explanation. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that one would work. So Dave, I appreciate your gusto. I think you're on in a couple of weeks, so maybe we'll do the speed round then. But we're not going to do that today. We've got a minute left. Let's do final thoughts. And final thoughts on this. Like, do you think this format worked? And do you want to see more of this, or should we do something else that's completely ridiculous? Judy, why don't we start with you?
No, I always like the completely ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. And final thoughts that you want to leave the world with? I mean, that sounds very final. How do you want to close this?
Not planning on leaving anytime.
Yeah, no. As I said it occurred to me. Yeah.
The last year has been interesting for me because I really didn't have any new routine when COVID hit. So I really think it was the best year of my life, and a lot of reasons, for a lot of reasons. With IIBA, I got really close to people around the world, but I have one person who does push me at all times about my business, and she's on this broadcast. So the person behind the person.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Good or bad.
No, it's good.
You know what? It's good that you've got that support. It's good that you've got the group around you, and you know, that's what we're here for, is to, even if it's just to bounce an idea or just to have a conversation, that's what we're here for. Because I mean, we're all sort of in the same boat, right? We're just trying to make the world a bit better.
Yeah.
And we just happen to do it by teaching other people.
She tells me what I need to hear, not what I really want to hear always. You know.
and that's tough, right? Like that's a friend, as opposed to just a well-wisher. And so respect. All right. Well then why don't we give that lady the final word of the episode. Danelkis.
I absolutely love that you did this episode. I think we as VAs do have a stressful life in a lot of different ways, and we're usually overwhelmed and have 20 million things going on. So the fact that we could sit back and laugh and just have a good time, and we get each other, try to keep some of these work related. Yeah, I don't know about that, Jeremy.
No, I think what he means is the spirit of the Danelkis. We don't actually, I don't know that we could all handle a Danelkis, but I get what he means. I get what he means.
Contact him offline.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But just to have fun, and you know, life is too serious sometimes, so sit back and have fun and enjoy each other's company. So Vince, I'm glad that you did today's session. I think was amazing, and the fact that you have the show is amazing. It brings us together in a lighthearted way. So thank you.
Thank you, and thank you both for being on today. And you both know that you're welcome back anytime. Actually, we were both on last week, so like literally, you're welcome back anytime. All right, we're over time. Let's end the broadcast. Thank you to everyone that joined in today. I'm not even going to try to name everyone, but appreciate you all being here. And we will see you next week on the next episode of Analysts After Work. See ya.
Bye.